Alright guys, welcome back to the channel and to the garden. In today's video I'm just going to show you kind of pre-garden before protection, sort of last minute protection that we're doing here. We've got a cold spell coming up. We're also going to take a look at a nasty surprise that I found while doing my last minute protection. And finally I'll show you a kind of glimpse of the garden with some added pond lights, also some of the Christmas lights still up here. Very, very cool looking at night I find, so stay tuned to the end for that. But with that said, we do seem to have, the UK will be going through a kind of cold spell here. At the moment it does look like, for my area, possibly down to around a -5, with many nights down to kind of -3s, -4s, barely getting above freezing during the day. So certainly if you're in the UK and you haven't protected anything and you haven't caught the forecast, definitely time to think about that. You probably got a little bit of time just before this hits, with the kind of coldest parts coming towards the end of this week. But as such, what I've decided to do is to get out, kind of wrap some of these plants. So you're just seeing pre-wrap here. I think we're going to put a fleece bag over the top of the Butia, just to ensure that we don't get any freezing in the crown, as well as some of the other plants such as our yuccas and possibly some of the small palms. Now here on the mini golf course, fortunately we don't have a lot that we need to protect. Most of this is pretty hardy and should be absolutely fine. You can see things like the camellias, yuccas and trachycarpus. Those should be absolutely fine during these temperatures. Perhaps suffer a little bit of frond damage, but once again that's to be expected, and I'm not planning on wrapping the entire garden. You can see this is our aeonium that has browned off earlier with the sempervivum underneath. It's absolutely fine. Got a little bit of flower left from some of the hellebores here, and just kind of going around making sure we've got kind of any of the tenders taken out or protected. You can just see here our baby tree ferns. We are going to be bringing these in. You can just see here this one absolutely very, very small. Next up we've got the Highland lace as well as our C. cooperi. Now with this area here, once again with the flowing water, it should help to keep the ponds from freezing. All the waterfalls will stay on during the big freeze, but the big dicksonia Antarctica here, this will get a cover. You just see here now going around and wrapping these. I use a bit of landscaping fabric to do so, replacing the straw that was in the crown with some dry straw, as once again I just want to keep that dry as possible. And then what we'll do is just kind of cap that with a little bit of landscaping fabric. You just see here now we've got the 4-foot dicksonia in the middle. It's a bit more exposed, sort of covered up now, wrapped a couple times in the landscape fabric. And again, I choose the landscape fabric as it is very similar to fleece, I find, but also with the kind of black versus the white, I find it sticks out a little bit less. As you can see back here, the other tree ferns all wrapped up now. Yeah, I feel it just sticks out a little bit less than the white, so I tend to use that. I haven't had no issues with it so far. Got a nice wrap around the kind of top 2 foot of trunk, just ensuring that crown stays nicely insulated as much as possible. Going to be doing some sweeping up after from all the excess straw here, but just to show you kind of what that cap looks like in the center, you can just see here now, just that fleece kind of tucked back in, again over that dry straw, again just hoping to keep that kind of coldest parts out from it. Fortunately, it does look like we are going to be, at least for most days, getting above freezing, so this could be the savior. Again, as we are getting down to kind of -3s, -4s, of course, this isn't to the extent that dicksonias go down to, but it's that kind of long duration of cold that I'm kind of worried about here. Again, with the water flowing back here, should keep this nice water moving, stop it from freezing over. But once again, this is going to look completely different after the freeze. You see Diropterus fern has kind of slumped over now, giving a little protection for some of the other ferns there, which should be evergreen and hardy. But once again, we'll see how this kind of take effect. Just coming down here is where I wanted to show you the Robellini. Again, I might put a bag over that. I'm not unsure. It does have the overhead protection, and as you can see, outside of the protection it has browned off, but inside we're nice and green still, green fronds in the center. So it's doing well so far, but this week will definitely be the test for this plant, so we'll certainly keep you updated on how that one goes. The Robellini here, I believe I will be putting a frost bag over the top, even though it has done really well with the overhead protection from the bay, you can see there. But again, I'm going to take a little protection, extra precaution with this one here. Just down here is where I wanted to show you on my 1-foot tree fern. This is where we did find we had a nasty surprise, which I will be needing to deal with pretty much as soon as this cold spell does pass. Now, in the long range, it does look like we may, this could be quite a long range, so hopefully not. But just down here, what you may notice at the base is we do have a sprout. Now, that is a bamboo shoot coming out of the base, which is a big, big problem if that's that's going to be shooting up through the tree fern, which could eventually kill it. You can see another one there. So I'm going to need to kind of dig this out, make sure that we get all of that out, replace that, and once again provide some deep protection in the ground for that. Make sure that again we don't have that happening moving forward, as that could kill the plant. You can see it's just from this green bamboo back here, which if you didn't see my video earlier in the year, I did have this problem. We dug it out. I thought I put enough protection underneath, but as you can see now, unfortunately, yeah, we are now going to have to deal with that pretty much ASAP. Just looking from this angle here, now you can see, you know, the tree ferns look quite nice covered up anyway. I'm not kind of hugely put off by it. What I'll do is show you the last little baby dicksonia here before I show you the kind of fleece covers on the Butia as well as one of the yuccas. Still waiting for a couple of the smaller bags to arrive. Just ordered them last night, but once again I'm fine, they'll be here today. Get that covered. And just as we come to show you here, you can see large fleece bags, and I'll put the link in the description below for anyone interested. These were purchased from Amazon last year, kind of large zip up fleece bags. Quite nice to have. You can toss these over, you know, in a pinch. Once again, took me about 3-4 minutes to get these covered. Little waggy here, I think I'm going to protect that as well. Cycass, again, I've changed my mind. I might put a cover on that. I'm just going to see how that goes. That maybe later in the week we do so. Looking over here, I'm prepared to cover the volcano if need be. Just got a bamboo stake here just to keep that fleece bag from essentially covering and going over the plant. Just stops it from sitting on the fronds there. Hopefully if we do get any snow. Just as we come this way now, we'll show you the lights as we come into the nighttime, which I think looks absolutely fantastic. Really worth doing if you haven't you know, thought about lighting for your garden. I'd highly recommend it. Really kind of enhances the kind of atmosphere and mood here, and as you can see, just walking around really kind of gives it a nice pop, along with the Christmas lights. May end up leaving some of them there, I'm not quite sure yet, but certainly let us know your thoughts down below. Interestingly enough, if you made it this far, you will know now that we do have an awesome order coming from Hillside Exotics, which you will see in an upcoming video. Really pleased and excited about this one, so stay tuned for that. If you haven't checked out the friends of the channel, they'll be in the comments section below. If you're not subscribed, certainly feel free to do so. I got a fantastic and exciting year coming up in the gardening world, and we got a lot to plant and show you as well. But with that said, if you're not subscribed, certainly feel free to do so, and thanks for watching. See you on the next one. And of course, Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.